26th. It is Tuesday. Hope everyone is good. Would be good. Anyway, take a look at the disclosure. Let's get to it. Let me see if the video works here. Sometimes when I come back a little later, the video is turned off. So let me make sure it's not. Here I am. My name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Can you guys see? No video. It's good now? Anybody else could see? Could anyone else see besides Monica? All right, CJ sees. As long as CJ sees, and Jason and Tracy and Furry Chad and Joe and Elle and the Plug and Jakesh and everyone sees it, I'm good. All right, so anyway, look at that chart of the spies. Yesterday looked a little wishy-washy, and today now we're looking like it's a bull flag, and we're not even overbought. Anyway, with that being said, held the 8th day, going sideways. Looks pretty healthy, right? 641.57. So it took this back. I guess I should write that in because that is today's low for tomorrow. What did I say? 641.57. I'm a little dyslexic, so I write things down wrong. Okay. Just like that. That's like a little minor red dog reversal. Didn't even get near there. Anyway, pretty good looking. Pretty good looking, right, Dan the Man? Dan the Man. I like that. It's a good name. Or Scott the Trot. No. Red Dog the Red Dog. No. Furry Chad the Murray Chad. I'm kidding. Anyway, the Qs. Oh, look at that. The Qs looking like it's going to break above this mini little downtrend after holding mid-level. Can't get too bearish there. Mid-level, holding the mid-range. Not so bad. Ain't so bad. Ain't nothing. Remember that? My mother hit harder than that. Which Rocky was that? Come on. Hurry up. Quick. There you go. Joe knows Rocky 3. That was the second fight, though, when he got the eye of the tiger back because he was battered and bruised during the first fight and got taken back to the basics, taken back to where he learned the hard knocks of boxing, kind of like trading. Sometimes you're in a big hole. You don't try and get out of the hole by itself. You chip away. Chip away. Anyway, that's that. With the IWM. Also a nice high-level flag. Everything worries everybody a little. Somebody did a post today talking about how he invested in the S&P since 1986. It's like 27 times higher from where he invested, but everyone's always worried. Always worried. It's always a worry. Should be worried about not being in the stock market, worried about the worries of the stock market. Kind of crazy, right? It's always a worry. Every billionaire is pessimistically optimistic. They're fully invested, but you guys shouldn't. No. It's too risky for you, but they'll make their billions. Anyway, what did the XBI do? I call bullshit on that. Largest short position in the IWM. I think that's just part of the media. Anyway, this held where it had to. XLE. Woo, looky. Looks like I might take that out. All right, where did we make our money today? First of all, Apple, what a friggin' shit show in the first part of the day. Guess what? The old Red Dog went back to this. I was in Apple. Overnight, I added to it. Got stopped out. Everything else was going on. And then the news came out about the invite and this and that. I bought some, and then all of a sudden held up. I bought some options. And then I bought it. I was on the road with Phoenix trying to make sure she was having a decent day because she was locked up in her cage, crate, the whole day because everyone's away today but besides me. So I went there. And I'm watching Apple. I'm like, I bought it. Added. Well, let's see if we could see that on the VTF. While I was trying to take care of Phoenix, this is what I was doing in Apple. Where is it? It was right around there. Yeah. I bought some at 12.17, right after I got stopped out. I got stopped out at 9.45. Look at this. This is why you need the right mindset. This is why you need to be able to go back and stuff. So look right there. Stopped out at 9.45. I bought it all morning. 8.01, 9.33, 9.30, 9.45. I'm like, this stock sucks. Excuse my French. I'm out of it. Sucks. Anyway, that was that. Adjusted. Wiped off the cobwebs. And then I bought it back at 12.17 when the news came out. And I saw it flattish. Then I added to it at 3.22. And then I added more. I'm like, I could buy. I'm in it. And then I got back to the here. My average cost was pretty good. Sold some, bought some, sold some, bought some, and also I bought some options at 12:21, a few minutes when it was only up 60 cents or 40, not even 30 cents, and then I think I bought them and I made 30%, so I had to trim some. So it was good to be able to go back to Apple, and it's never easy to go back to a trade. It's hard, but you know what? Went back to it. So for me, that was kind of a big situation. And then I even tweeted to Redler Ultimate Access, or Redler All Access, whatever the Redler it is, saying, hey guys, I'm in some stock, I'm in some options. Because some of you guys have been getting mad at me, like, hey, you don't tell us what you're doing, but meanwhile, you guys get the Alpha Team, picture of my positions 3 times a day. But I understand sometimes when it's sold. So I did go here, and right around, besides, let's chase, right here. It was like Tesla, great swing from front, Apple getting tight. I thought I said I also got into Apple and calls say it would be nice if it's a real day one. What time did I tweet that to everybody? Around 2:10. I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I was focused on it. Let me just give everyone a little push. Everyone needs a little push in life. So that then was up 40 cents. So so then I did go back to it, and towards the end of the day it was 229.30. I'm like, that was a big move. Trimmed a third. I trimmed a third. So all I'm doing is trying to be, what's the word? Trying to be transparent. Be apparent to the virtual trading floor, but be transparent, meaning just tell you what I'm doing, and it's not always right. Oh, so you guys wanted to see what Chase looked like? Here it is. Ready? Hold on, how do we make this bigger? Oh. So this was yesterday. Let's go back. Go back. Ready? Oh. Here it is. Two-handed for a white kid. He was so happy. Look at his face after he's done. He's like, oh. He didn't even think he could do it. That was a real hoop. Okay, anyway, that was that. Let's go back to here. And then one more. And then we're done with this. Never again. This is a single arm. He got some height here. White man can't jump. He was happy. That's my red Jeep, by the way. That's the Rubicon that almost broke up my marriage. My wife's like, you're getting a red car? I can't be seen in a red car. I'm like, why? I'm the red dog. Shush. Didn't go over well in the beginning, but it went over just fine afterwards. Anyway, that's a movie. So yeah, I'm not being stereotypic with whatever the friggin' word is. Anyway, so let's move on. So that's Apple, and Apple's nowhere. Apple's just in the bottom half of this. We're all like giddy about Apple, but tomorrow if it gets gets above 229.49, there's a volume shelf or whatever the hell you want to call it. So that'd be nice. It'd be nice after they stopped everybody out, including me. I went back to it. Okay. So what was the money trade the last 3 days? Let's see. Let's see if anyone from the virtual trading floor knows what the money trade the last 3 days were. What was the money trade? Money trade, come on. No, that was a day trade today. That was today. What about the last 3 days? There you go, Tesla. Tesla was pretty good. Starting on Friday, buying it on a dip on Monday, adding through 340, selling some, and then holding it all day. And then that was a good question. Good question. Should have been a good answer. But anyway, so now what? We'll see. Tesla was pretty good. I said when Tesla's great, when it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's horrible. And recently, you can't ask for a better trade than that. I bet you tomorrow it gaps up. Nice trade. Nice trade. What would I like to be a nice trade? Right now, I'm just accumulating. It's not a nice trade yet. A little Amazon. But Amazon after today looks better. It's looking kind of tight. Kind of tight. Get to above 229.60. Maybe it goes. Not so bad. Eli Lilly's tough. It's pretty good. Google sold most yesterday. Bought a little bit back. Held where it had to. Needs a little time. It's fine. Now Palantir was the day trade. Nice day trading. It was nowhere. It was down $1. We played it, went up a few. Still not even above the moving averages. So there might even be another trade here. But thank you to the wolf, the red dog and the wolf together. Together at last. No, I'm kidding. That's who's that, Annie? What a weirdo I am. Anyway, so you had your low, your high, low, looking good. Maybe I'll take that out. First time in that in a while. I was in it all day long. Wolfpack, there you go. Anyway. Want to play that? Hey, what's her name? Alexa. Hey, Alexa. Play Together at Last, Annie. Let's see if she knows what it is. Ethereum was a money trade. You guys got me out of that yesterday.
Devil's Daughter, Holy War by Ozzy Osbourne on Amazon Music.
What the? Inside day again? I bet you tomorrow might even be another inside day. It's a little too hardcore for me. Too hardcore for the red dog. I did buy a little IBIT thinking little red dog reversal right here. Maybe it wants to pop up back in the range. Not for me, Fibby. Fibby, I will personally take you to Sizzler if your stock QS is above $10. When is it? When do we have options? Which I don't think it's going to be by September 5th. I don't know. There's a lot of work to do. We need a contract, Fibby. We need a contract. At least let it pop back up in there. Anyway, APLD is your other one. This one is looking really good. This one's looking tight. This one's looking like if the small caps want a leader, this one couldn't be a leader status. Got a little scary for a little bit. What's this? 1692. I'd like to buy the Jesus out of this at 1692. I better see 1702. No, like 18 or 19. It's over 18? No, it's not. Oh, you mean like if. We're talking hypotheticals. Okay. That has a better chance. Looks good. Listen, you're putting ideas out there. I appreciate you. I won't yell at anyone for putting ideas out there, putting themselves out there as long as they're responsible and they know what they're talking about. So I get you, and I appreciate you. A lot of you guys. Look at this GLD, by the way. I bought options for mid-September just in case it finally wants to break above this level. Looks pretty good. What's silver look like? What does UMAC? I bought some in the hole today. It didn't look great. Better not get much below here. Had a nice move, so I don't think it's that bad, but it was more like just a thought. Yeah, it's true. What else we got? Microsoft's a pain in the butt. Hanging by a thread. Little red dog reversal around the 502. People don't like that for some reason. Meta. Meta held a little bit by a thread here. And tomorrow is NVIDIA Day. It's going to get harder to really go because it's kind of borrowed, right? It's back in the middle of the range here. At least you know where that level is. It's freaking pretty damn tight. I think Alan and some of the crew were talking about a 190 by 200 call spread just to be involved. It's not bad. It's like you're risking 2 to make 8. It's not so bad. Maybe 230 to make 770, whatever it is. I might do it. I have a webinar tomorrow, so people are going to want me to play something. Lane went for a massage. What kind of massage you go for, Lane? Oh, is it PG-13? I hope so. God, your spa. Isn't it nice to have a spa? What kind of spa do you got? A hand in stone? I like that. I like hot stones also. Break up the knots in the back. Not bad, right? So what were you down and what'd you come back up? No, we don't talk numbers here. It's all a tier system. Anyway, good for you. Handsome and Stone. That's what we call Lane. Oh, you saw Rob Kraft there? I thought he's not allowed to go anymore. You had Lily and Tesla calls? That helps. All right, anyway. I'm playing pickleball tonight. My wife, she's like, let's do something tonight. I'm like, all right. Play some pickleball. We're playing pickleball with another couple. I'm pretty good at pickleball. Anyway, what else should we go off of? Oh, Wolf. The Wolf. Not bad. You know, little bull flag. I know some of these secondary patterns don't work. They only work when nobody's looking. And that was here. Nice high-level bull flag above the 8-day, so I gave it a little bit of a try. Right? No, it's worth a try. Why don't I trade TSL? Because I'm never going to trade that many shares to make that much more money. I make more money in time. In you can try. I've traded. It depends where it is. When it's a really tight pattern, I'm going for it. I like to trade Tesla because the ranges are bigger. I can make more money. You know, TSL. What was it up? 25 cents today. Let's see. 44 cents. So you needed like 50,000 shares. Well, I'm kidding. Or like 5,000 shares to make decent money. You know, if you trade Tesla itself, it just sometimes it's easier to handle, capital-wise. But anyway. So what does it mean that NVIDIA sold off during the rebalance? Maybe a source of funds, Jason. So they sold off NVIDIA to buy other things. Usually they do that with Apple, but Apple's under-owned. NVIDIA's over-owned. MSOS, pretty impressive. Look at that. They sold it down, came up. Looks like it's heading into this gap. Remember we bought this down here and people like, I thought it was on your do not touch list. I'm like, it was, but it is until it isn't. It isn't until the setup's there and it's the right time to go with it. That's what we learned through our careers, that when the setup's there, it might not have been ready when we tried it, when it was horrendous, but then when it's ready to go, it's ready to go. Same thing with ASTS, Wasn't ready for a while. Everyone's like, oh, this stock's horrible. Get it off. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to touch it anymore. I don't want to smell it anymore. Well, that was here, and then this happened. Ooh, a little red dog reversal today. I did trim some into that. So we'll see. Maybe buy into here. Dash, by the way, made me some money today. We bought some Dash calls yesterday. Looks like it's on its way to 257-ish. It's trying to clear this little spot here. Can't be too upset about that. Maybe back above the moving averages. That would be nice. A lot of things on the go-to list. A lot of things we need to be prepared and maneuver from. It's our job. Stick and move, quick feet, preparation, execute with confidence. That's why I do Red Dog Mindset. I don't know if any of you guys on Red Dog Mindset? I don't think so. Any of you guys do the 25-20 with me, which is a workout in my sauna and then the ice barrel, or the whiteboard weekends? Anyway, not going to talk about it. But that's what I do. That's my pregame and the pregame. So before the 6:30 club, which people think are early, I'm up at 4:45, and then I'm streaming online at whatever it's called, at 5:20. Oh yeah, well, you guys watched it. You guys want me to see Bull? The Bull. Let's see what that looks like. Good and tight. Looks pretty good. That's true. You're on the West Coast. It is on demand, but I won't hold it against you. It is majority owned by Redler. Let's see. Looks good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. What else we got here that we need to go over? Rivian. I have Rivian. It's looking better. I bought the dip there too. Yeah, point-to-point autonomous cars. I think that's pretty good for this small name. So it's showing it's not going out of business. I'm still in it. What's it doing tonight? Rivian. Not a whole lot. SoFi. Leader. Remember we were buying down here after the deal? Well, Leader. Leader. Joby. Yeah. Broken. Bounce. Not great. I bought some the last 2 days. I got it some today. It's broken. 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 Trying to rebuild. We'll see. Intel. Still consolidating this huge channel. I don't know if it's going to get above it. Right now it's got to hold here. Otherwise, it's going to lose its tension. It's going to lose the momentum, guys. So it's got to hold around here for it to get above this 27.55 at some point. Fair at best. All right, guys, I got to jump. 4:52. Hope everyone's feeling well. It is Tuesday, and tomorrow's another day, NVIDIA day. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate you.